Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Charlie Morton is making his way to Baltimore to join the O's. Yeah, interesting move here. We'll get into it in a second. Obviously, they lost Corbin Burns to the D-backs, and they counter with bringing in a seasoned vet and Charlie Morton. He's going to eat those innings. But yeah, I mean, this is a rotation that has gotten thinner in the past couple of months, and they're trying to replenish it. What was your first reaction to Charlie Morton going to the O's?
Yeah, I'm just surprised that Charlie Morton's still around. Like he's obviously been a great pitcher, obviously a consistent pitcher for most of his career, even going back to his days with the Rays. Obviously, he had some good years in Pittsburgh and Atlanta along the way, but he's 41 years old. Like it's to give him 15 mil, it's definitely interesting. Obviously, it's only a 1 year deal, so it's not that bad, but yeah, obviously losing Corbin Burns is a big blow. They're going to need Grayson Rodriguez to take another step and be that ace at the top of that rotation with Zach Eflin. And yeah, I like I'm interested to see what we get from Sugano. Obviously, he was a guy in overseas, and it'll be interesting to see how his stuff translates. Obviously, he had a lot of success in the other league there. So yeah, adding him and Rodriguez with the new ownership, I was interested to see what kind of moves would be made with all this money that they're going to be able to spend now. Obviously, they're not going to invest much into this starting rotation in terms of like a big tier guy. Maybe they're saving some of that money to extend some of those young studs, which would be my guess. So definitely interesting move for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it like this. Last year they went out and got Corbin Burns.
Yeah.
What's stopping them from going and getting, a Sonny Gray, who the Cardinals want to unload that contract,
Mhm.
or Pablo Lopez, or even a Dylan Cease, who would be a 1 year rental once again. But if you add any of those three into this rotation, we're looking at it like, okay, we're back.
Yep.
Obviously, all those guys are right-handed. They don't have a lefty in this rotation right now.
Right.
So maybe they go on the free agent market and try to add a left-handed pitcher. I
Mhm.
don't know who that would be. It would probably be a back end guy at this point. Um, but yeah, I mean, this is I'm they were in on Crochet
Yep.
earlier in the offseason. They didn't hit on that. Um, my big thing for them also is like Anthony Santander is available to bring back. I don't think it's gonna happen. They did bring in Tyler O'Neill, who hit 31 homers last year, but has had some injury bug in the past.
Yep.
Colton Cowser's ready to go, so he
Yep.
does slide into right.
Yep.
But if you're cool with Ryan O'Hearn being your DH or you platooning that, then so be it. But why not bring Santander back? I know he was your primary right fielder last year, but maybe that's the guy that slides into DH. That's 44 homers
Yeah.
that is missing from this lineup right now. I know they
Yeah.
added O'Neill who hit 31, but Santander was legit last year. So
Yeah.
if we go over their payroll real quick, they do have money to spend. I mean,
Oh
they
yeah.
do have guys under contract,
Mhm.
but right now they're only at 164. I
Yeah.
mean, they're 80-ish million under the luxury tax. They can still go do something big or add somebody via trade. Um, I just think that this team, with how good the Yankees have done this offseason, we got to see them make a splash, and hopefully it's coming.
Yeah. The biggest, honestly, thing that maybe not people forgetting, but they're getting Felix Bautista back in that bullpen. Like that's going to be a huge add back in that bullpen. Obviously, he's one of the best closers in the league, and then you still got Cano and Sir Anthony Dominguez behind him, Gregory Soto. Like it's a decent pen. Obviously the Rogers pickup at the deadline was a disaster. They gave up a lot for him, and right now um he's not even in the pen or rotation. So like that's very interesting. He gave up a lot to get him. He's not even projected to make their roster. So that was definitely a miss. Kyle Bradish is hurt. He's obviously a good pitcher for them last year, but yeah, this like this it's adds a little more depth. That's all I'll say. And obviously Morton's a guy that eats a lot of innings too, so that definitely helps. You know he's going to start 25 to 30 games for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I do like it.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, I do like them bringing Charlie Morton in. I know he's, way past his prime, it seems like. He's
yeah,
41 years old,
yeah,
but he he's done it for multiple years now, for several years. It's not just a small sample size. He's still solid. He's still putting up good numbers.
Yeah.
And you can't go wrong with a guy that's going to eat innings for you, and they desperately need that. Obviously, John Means is still available. I don't know if
Yeah.
they are even interested in bringing him back, but last year pretty much barely pitched and doesn't really have miles on that arm at all.
Yeah.
I'd be interested to see maybe they bring him back on a small deal, and he knows the organization, they know him, and if he can return to any type of form from the past, this rotation is looking pretty nice.
Yeah, no, it's a good fit. I'm interested to see if they add anything offensively. Like you said, no Santander in that lineup. It's a pretty big hole, and it'll be interesting to see where what money else they spend this offseason.
Yep. Well, that's going to do it for this one. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. As always, we appreciate you guys for listening and watching. I'll see you on the next one. Later.